everybody, welcome back for another Gunner Gaming episode of Satisfactory. Normally, I kind of alternate. Today, though, I really felt like trying to get this done so we get the oil started right away. So, I have to put one more floor on here, which all I have to do is just lay the foundation, which shouldn't take too long. It actually should go pretty quick. We have everything made for it. We're going to put that floor on, and then I want to work on getting the oil over here. So, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do the trains and all that, because obviously we're going to have to pick up oil, but I don't want it to come as high as this floor is going to be, because that's going to be a lot of pumps. It's just going to be a real pain. So we're going to have to take the train down to the oil to pick it up, and I know there's oil there, there's oil here, and where the next close oil, let's see, let's take a look at all the crude oil that's around. Hopefully the music is not too loud. You can hear me alright. I'll turn it down a little bit more. Hey, what's up, Deleted? Hope the music's not too loud. Good to see you back. Oh, let's see. Where was the oil? So obviously we got the oil here. Wow, that oil didn't pop up. I know there's oil over here, and of course I know there's oil over here, but that's pretty far. We'd probably have that brought over. Wow, that's the only oil that popped up, huh? I know there's some over that way. I wonder why that one's not popping up. Alright, well, let's go. We gotta get this other floor done. The music is good. It's only 2 a.m. Damn, yeah, right? Ow. Alright, let's head back to the skyscraper here and get this last floor in. That should give us 5 floors, which is enough to get the oil storage, the refineries to process the oil. Then it'll give us the heavy oil area, storage, refineries for the heavy oil, or the residual oil. And then below that would be coke, turbo fuel, and generators. People will start going live at this time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a later start day. Normally I try to start at 7. I started at 8 today, so 3 hours and you lose this. Oh. Oh, really? Damn. Time to use it then, huh? Alright, let's see. Let's store all that. Give me this. Let's see. Put all this in there. Grab that. And where'd my fuel go for my jetpack? Did I not have any left? Oh, no, it's actually, that was the one thing that stayed in. Good. Now we need to grab this and this. Alright, let's get up there. Get this started. Oof, we got a ways to go. I was gonna try and do some of this before I went live today, but I took care of some personal stuff today, some family stuff, and you know, I didn't have a lot of time to do much on here beforehand, so I was like, I'm just gonna go live with this and just do just chat and get another floor on here. I might even do. I'm debating whether or not I want to do 1 or 2 more floors just so that I cover my bases. Alright. I didn't even know when you go live, so I usually go live Sunday through Thursday. I usually go live about 7 p.m. Eastern time. Nice. Yeah, usually I'm live about an hour earlier than it is right now. Um, and then during like weekends, I'll tend to go live earlier. Like sometimes it'll be 10 a.m. my time. My weekend schedules kind of fluctuate. Oh, you just finished watching Deadpool 2? Good movie. So, when you watch those, do you watch them in English or do you watch them in your native language? In English? Ah, good. So you get to experience Ryan Reynolds in English. I don't know if I could. It would just be, I guess, weird because well, I guess because I'm used to it. It would be kind of strange to hear Ryan Reynolds try to do Deadpool from another person. It's hard to find movies in Lithuanian. Yeah, I guess I could see that. So so I'm actually kind of curious. Is English like a second language to you, or is it kind of you know enough to get along? It's your second language? Okay. Um, and I don't know if I really have much to compare to because I've never learned a second language. Was English hard to learn as a second language, or uh, was it not too bad? No, it wasn't. Okay. Hope you don't mind all the questions. I'm just kind of curious. I like to get other people's perspective on things. Are you able to read and write English pretty well too, or just speak it and listen to it? I mean, I imagine a second language you probably can read and ooh, actual one there. Read and write pretty well in English. Oh, you like answering? Okay, cool. Well, that's good because I like talking and asking questions. I'm a very inquisitive person. I like to ask a lot of questions. You can speak, write, and read, but translate is a bit difficult. Yeah, I imagine there's stuff lost in translation. Like with any language, there's always gonna be something that you lose in translation. So, did you learn English at a very young age or later in life? Like, I don't know, like how old you are or anything like that, and you don't have to tell me how old you are. I'm just kind of curious. At a very young age? Okay. Best time to learn. Is it easy to, like maintain it? Cause like, so I mean, you live in Lithuania. Do you use English much in Lithuania, or is it primarily just for like entertainment and things like that? Because like for me, if I learned a second language, I'd have to like use it to remember. Currently 22, gonna be 23 on 10th of May. Well, happy early birthday. I know it's like 2 months away, but hopefully you're able to go out and celebrate amidst all this craziness going on in the world. You'll use English in Lithuania, right? So I mean, like, do you use it just like primarily when you watch, like, if you watch somebody who uses English to stream, you do a lot of you're talking in English there to maintain it, or do you just kind of just what's the word I'm looking for? Ma Not maintain. Oh boy, I can't even speak English, and I what's the word I'm thinking of? I guess maintain would be an okay one to go with. Alright, let's see here. You're in a clan, so you talk to a lot of people, so that that's where you mostly use English. Okay. What kind of a clan are you in? Like for, I'm guessing a clan for like a game? Too easy gaming? Okay. And do you play a lot of different games, or do you kind of play one specific thing? You just play games? Okay, cool. Yeah, clans can be fun, but like I've never had like a clan that really went to like multiple games. Like, you know, I used to be in a clan for when I used to play PlanetSide. I was in a clan for that. And then, you know, when I played World of Warcraft, I was in a guild. But like it wasn't anything that like spanned into other games. So that's kind of cool that you got like a clan that'll like uh roll over into like other games besides just one particular game. Those are hard to find. Doesn't matter what games it is. That's good. What do you usually prefer to play? Anything, or like do you have a specific game that you're kind of like, I just want to do something today and this is gonna be fun to play? Usually play shooters? Alrighty. Like Call of Duty and modern Call of Duty or Battlefield or stuff like that. Okay, I gotcha. And I used to play Battlefield back in the day. I used to do a lot. Like I used to have like well, I still have a group of friends, but I had a core group of friends that we always did something. But you know, as you get older and you know life comes around, you know you lose contact, or you know they get other things that go, like my best friend who I used to always get with, which I'm still best friends with him, and we still hang out a lot. Like he's in a different state than I am. He lives like an hour and a half away, but he's married and has kids, so we used to game all the time. And obviously now, you know, he's got a kid and a wife, or kids. He's got 3 kids and a wife, so the time isn't quite there to play games like we used to. We used to play like World of Warcraft all the time. We used to be hunters in World of Warcraft, and we would just wreck face in the PvP battlegrounds. So we always used to play that. We always used to play our big game though. The one game that we loved playing all the time, and we were really good at, was we used to play Command and Conquer a lot. Specifically, we used to play Command and Conquer Generals and Command and Conquer Generals Zero Hour. We we uh, we would just clobber people in that game. It got to the point where our records were getting like so good in that game. You started playing competitively when you joined a tournament on a joke and won it. Nice. That's always fun. Um, we used to wreck people so bad in like Command and Conquer Generals that our records were so good, like people would come into the lobby and just leave, or we would go into a lobby and we get kicked, and we're like, really? So we had to switch our account name like 3 times in order just to keep being able to play against people, because they did not want to play us. And we had some really epic game moments. Like there was one match in there was one match in 0 Hour where my buddy got rushed pretty hard early in the game. Yeah, you have to change your account or you get teamed on. Yeah, yep. I know how that feels. But he got rushed pretty early. He always tended to play the Air Force General in 0 Hour because he liked being able to do airstrikes and all that kind of stuff. And I usually would play the Demolition General for the GLA. And we had a good combo because he would punch a hole in the front defenses with his Air Force, and I would roll in with all my ground units and just roll over the enemy. And he got rushed really early, and I got over there and managed to keep his command center alive. But he had lost his bulldozer, and he didn't have enough money to build a new one. So he's like, well, I don't really have a whole lot to do. Or he didn't get rushed, but he got hit pretty early and wasn't able to build an economy. So he was stuck with his command center, but at that point he had already gotten a couple of his upgraded abilities that he could use from his command center. So I went in and I put defenses like I covered like, we were on this map that was basically like 4 little islands that were connected by these little land bridges, and the command centers were usually like right in the center of them. I covered his entire island with like stinger sights and the little tunnels that the GLA would get you can move units through, and covered up his command center. And he would do airstrikes with his command center. It was on a cooldown, and like the thing that was so great about it is he would have like 5 minutes to plan out every move he was going to make. So like every time he was like, all right, I'm ready to do a hit. So he would coordinate his hit with me going in with my units, and we managed to beat him. But they did end up taking out his command center. But by that time the damage was done, and I was able to go in and mop him up. But it was such an epic game. Used to have the biggest kill streak on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Oh, that's awesome. We also used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead when that was out, both 1 and 2. We were pretty good at that too. Like it was what like he's one of those friends that like we enjoy playing the game with each other, but we can't play against each other because our egos are too big to play against each other, and we didn't like beating up on the other one. Like, I don't know, we always just felt bad when we would play each other and one or the other would win. So we discovered early on that, yeah, we're not going to play against each other. We're just going to fight on the same team. But, the sun's blinding me. Yeah, so we would play Left 4 Dead a lot, and when we were survivors, if we had like 2 randoms on our team, you know, we would always try to be team players first. But if you play against your friends, then it would you would do it for a prize. Ah, there you go. Exactly. That would probably be the only way I would play against my friend. But you know, we would try to be team players, but every once in a while you get those teammates that won't like listen to what you're trying to tell them in order to help them and you know, keep the game moving. So there would be points where we would just go, and we had a code for it. We'd just be like, cut the anchors, and we would just run through the level and our teammates would just get destroyed, and we're just and like we would get attacked by like the special infected too when like other players were playing as the infected, but we would always be able to like knock them off and kill them and stuff, and like we'd cover each other, and the other teammates would get pissed, and they get so pissed they yell, it's like, oh my god, you guys are terrible, and we'd be like in the safe room like, we're alive and you're not. Like we tried to help you, we tried to communicate with you, you were having none of it, so we left. Oh yeah, I know Fortnite. Fortnite was one of those games I never really got into, but I do know Fortnite. Yes. It takes so long to fall. Oh my god. So on Fortnite, your friends used to call you a team player without a team. Oh yeah, would you have a lot of times where you would wind up getting the wins starting with the team, but then end up just beating it solo? Oh, I should have. Well, I'll do another. I would say I should have brought up some stuff to build this tube up, but we'll maybe I'll get it next time. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I used to play PUBG quite a bit, but PUBG was one of those games where I was like, I could play, but I'm probably not going. I think I've gotten like, in all the times I've played PUBG, I got like maybe 2 or 3 chicken dinners. They usually say that when they die, but you still call out where the enemies are. Oh, okay, gotcha. There was one time when me and all my friends, we were playing. You know what Planet Side is, right? And I'm talking the first Planet Side, not the second one. Okay, well, Planet Side is it's a first-person shooter where there's 3 different factions in the game and they each kind of have their own little tech advantages and disadvantages. They have like different weapon types and things like that. And you're basically going onto these planets and you're fighting for control of these specific planets. The more areas you control, like the more you're able to respawn, and the more like credits you'll get and things like that. And there's these bases you control, and you have to like basically capture them as the enemy in order to take them over. And you can lock down entire planets and stuff for a certain amount of time. And there's like many different bases on like one planet, and they're covered in shields, and you have to drain the shields and that sort of thing. Or you can bring these vehicles in that if you get the energy into them, you can charge the shields to the city and things like that. And there was one match where one enemy came in and they took everything on the map except for this one little, like, it wasn't even a base, it was just like a little tower that you could that we had that control that we would spawn in. And like it was literally like circles of enemies just around this building just shooting us, and we're all, me and my friends and the other random players, but me and my group of friends are in there, and we're just holding down this tower, and we're just fighting like 2 hours, like we're just getting assaulted at this tower. And like one of our friends was he was a mechanic slash medic hybrid, so he would like, we were in these what were called max suits. Basically they were like either anti-tank suits or anti-infantry suits or anti-air suits. and like we would stand in the doorway and just unload, and he would just stand behind us repairing us and healing us, and we would just keep mowing down, and like other people would come up to the door too and do that. And we held this thing for like 2 hours, and while we're holding it, we noticed that on the other side of the map, our faction had started to take over one of the bases up there and slowly started to spread down. So while all their forces were like concentrated on us, our faction was essentially backhacking all of their all of their bases and slowly kicking them off the planet without them knowing. It was so cool. But man, we held that tower forever. I couldn't believe how long we held it. But man, that game had some great sniping elements to it. I used to snipe so much in that game. They had these sniper rifles called bolt drivers, where it was basically just a single shot rifle. It had like, it wasn't a 50, it was a slightly bigger than a 50 caliber shell that went into it. It was almost like an anti-tank shell, and you could snipe people with it. And it wasn't, usually it wasn't like it wasn't a kill right off. Black Ops has really good snipers. Yeah, see, I've always, usually when I'm in a first-person shooter, I always tend to prefer sniper rifles. I've always loved being able to snipe. And people are like, oh my god, all you do is sit and camp. I was like, it takes a lot of skill to get snipes. Like, and you have to, I was like, and really, you're not a good sniper if you're camping in the same spot, because as a sniper, you want to move around. If you stay in the same spot, people are going to figure out where the hell you are and go over and get you. So you have to keep moving around. You especially use the bolt action. Yeah, bolt actions are just the way to go. Bolt actions are usually the most powerful. I mean, sniping is especially hard in like games that like have bullet drop and things like that, where you actually have to consider it. Like the Sniper Elite games were actually pretty good for that. You can get pretty realistic on those. You use a sniper just like people use an AR, right? Yeah, I always enjoyed doing it. It was really great in PlanSide because like I actually wound up joining a clan there, and I joined the sniper unit that was on there. What we would do is we would sit on a hillside, we would call out target names, and then we'd just like 3, 2, 1, and we'd fire. Like 2 of us would fire on it and just take them down. And then a gap of silence, yeah. It was actually surprisingly easy to kind of manipulate the battlefield in that game, because what me and my friends would do is we would like, if they had a huge abundance of like tanks in that game, or anti-infantry tanks or anti-tank tanks in that game, we would go into like 20 minutes has passed. Oh, more like 30 minutes has passed. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of silence sometimes. But we would get into like, I keep saying like a lot. I need to stop doing that. We would get into aircraft. Like we would get into bombers, and we would start bombing the crap out of them. So what they would end up doing is they would switch to anti-aircraft vehicles and weapons. And when they did that, then we would switch to tanks and take him out on the ground, and then they'd have to switch again, and then we would switch to switch back. So we kept making them having to switch back and forth a lot, and like they would overcompensate, and we'd be like, all right, move in now. They all went anti-air. They have no way to stop tank rushing, and we would tell our teams to tank rush. But yeah, you get real coordinated in that game, which was quite fun. And eventually they had these giant mech suits that you could get into. Each faction had like a different type of mech, and they were hard to get. You actually had to do like meet certain conditions to be able to pilot these things. And I remember I had to do a lot of sniping actually in order to do it, because you had to go into like these arenas and fight against other factions. And I would just be like, all right, I'm just gonna go start sniping people, and I would get like, cause you'd have to get like so many kills or things like that. Yeah, right. Well, the way I imagine it, I just imagine now that they're just holding the button down to spam it. They're not even clicking it anymore. They're just like, I'm just gonna get lazy with it. They should just tape down the button. But let's see. And then we used to play a lot of WoW together too, the same group of friends. And there, there was actually one day, and this was pretty epic. We were uh, on there. Most of us were like level 60. We were all pretty well capped. This is like back in vanilla WoW before like all the expansions. And one of our friends had just come into the game, and they were just leveling up. They were about level 20. I think they were 25, because I think it was they were in Stranglethorn Vale. And they kept getting attacked by we were Horde. They kept getting attacked by these alliance characters, and like they were getting camped, and we're like, all right, we'll be right there. So me and my buddy went there, and we were both hunters, and we started killing them, and we're like, all right, you know what, we're gonna camp them. So we were camping them, and like as we were camping them, we started to notice that more and more alliance characters were starting to come in. We were holding our own, but it was getting to the point where like, okay, it's time to call a tactical retreat. They're gonna start being able to overwhelm us here. And so we started running back to the Horde base, and as we're running back, two of our friends are coming towards us, and we're like, uh-oh. And one of them was a big Tauren warrior, and the other one was a troll shaman. And we're like, and our friend charged in as the warrior. We're like, well, time to turn around. So we formed a party, and we we started killing them again. And as we were doing it, people were like, are you guys attacking the alliance? We're like, yep. They were camping a friend of ours, so we started camping them, and we started this big old battle in Stranglethorn Vale. So they were like, well, can we join? And you can only have like 5 people in your party. So we were like, all right. So we formed a raid, and this is when you could have 40 people in a raid. So we started forming a raid, and we were like, you know what? We might as well just push up to the village. So we started pushing up to one of their villages. And, as we're going along, we're fighting, and the alliance is trying to respond, and they're getting more people. As we're moving up, it gets to the point where our raid fills up. We have 40 people on our raid. So it just so happens another raid starts forming. So we move up to one of their towns. By this time, we have 2 raids going, so we have like 80 people fighting against the alliance. And we're like, well, we destroyed this town. We might as well just keep going to the next one. So we go to the next one, and we go all the way until we get to the alliance capital, which is Stormwind. By this time, we have 3 separate raids going, and we just start attacking the alliance stronghold, and we're just hammering it. It got so bad that we crashed the entire server for that continent on the server. We were like, one of our friends had been, I ran out of, damn, I used all that concrete already? Holy crap. I got so lost in talking, I didn't even notice I was running low. Your friend has a tape of his 4K mic to block the background sounds. And when I said that, he can change the sensitivity so the mic wouldn't pick up the sounds. He couldn't bother to change it, so he still has the tape on. um, but yeah, we crashed the entire server, and one of our friends was on the other continent. He was like, did you guys just crash the server? We were like, yeah. He is, yeah. You all just signed off on me at the same time, and I was like, yep. We wound up crashing the server. So and it all started just going into avenge our friend. It was so much fun though. That was back when the game was. That was back when you didn't have battlegrounds, and the battlegrounds were just going to certain specific places on the map and just starting a war with another village. Best part about a game is when you break it to the unplayable point. Yes, yes it is. It was so much fun to do. Oh, oh hell, I didn't grab. Crap, I didn't grab any. I needed actually a little bit of concrete. God, it takes so long to drop down here. I might as well just take all of this. I'll put down what I have and then I'll come back and grab more. Yeah, used to do a lot of StarCraft as well. It wasn't like completely competitive in StarCraft, but me and my friend, we would be in, we could get into Gold League. We couldn't really get much higher than Gold League. You know, we didn't want to get to the point where it wasn't fun to play. We wanted to, like, we enjoy like playing games. Like that was one of the things with Command and Conquer Generals is we never really rushed like early game rushed people. We liked to build up our armies and our forces and our bases and use overwhelming force to crush them. We would tend to build the anti-rush, where we would just build units that we need to counter anything anybody would send at us, and then once we did that, people wouldn't be ready to. Their economy would not be ready to take on the armies that we were already building. Dang it! Let's see. Let's get this in here. But if I had to pick, I think my favorite game that I played with my friend was probably the Generals. Those were always fun. They were fun up until a certain point. They were fun until they stopped supporting it and like updating it because people found like little cheat bugs that you could use eventually. So if we would start crushing a team, they would use a what we would call the Scud bug, which is one of the factions, the GLA, had a super weapon called the Scud Storm. It was basically just a bunch of Scud missiles that would get launched off. There was a way, and I never really figured out how to do it because I didn't really want to have to be lame and cheat the game. But there was a way that you could glitch it to where if you started to build it, you could actually launch it before it was even built. And so normally when you would build a super weapon, a timer would pop up for the enemy saying, "Hey, they've built a super weapon. This is how long you have until it's going to go off." And then you could try to take it out. It would also reveal it on the map real quick before it got closed in by the fog of war. So what people would do is they would just start constructing it to like 10%, and then you could bug it out to where it would launch without even being built, and you could essentially just destroy somebody's base without having to. Now, I would say 7 out of 10 times we would be able to move all of our forces in and crush them, because at that point that's all they're banking on. We would just move in and roll over their bases and win anyway, even when they would cheat. But that was one of the things that kind of started making the game pretty lame. That, and then just getting into games in general. Like I said, it would get hard to get into the games with people just because they would see your score and they would leave. You're like, well, okay. But it was still quite a bit of fun. Really, it was back there, wasn't it? Yeah, it's back there. I'll just use what I got to knock out what I can here. Then we'll grab some more. Keep going. I'd really like to at least start making a floor plan for how I want oil to come up here. I'm just trying to make sure before I start setting it up that I want this to be, because once I put down where the trains are going to bring in the oil, I'm not moving it. I have no plan to move it, so I want to be sure that it's where I want it to be and make sure I have my game plan set up for the oil. Play games that have chat, tell people that you're playing for fun, so you wouldn't be alone in the server, right? Yeah. I mean, like, I try to play games for fun, but for some reason, as I got older, I just got really competitive, and I was like, I just want to have fun, but for some reason, it's no fun. It's no fun to lose, though. You know, like you want to win. Everybody wants to win. But, I don't know, first-person shooters, I don't know, I started to not like first-person shooters as much. I mean, I enjoy first-person shooters as in, like, I love playing Doom. Like, I like first-person shooters, but usually, like, solo first-person shooters. I don't really do a whole lot of online much anymore. You're competitive since 16? Yeah. Like I said, I used to do a lot of competitive when I was younger. Like, probably in my 20s, somewhat, well, I guess I'm in my mid-30s now, so maybe like the early 30s, 31, 32, I was pretty competitive, and now I've gotten more chill with it, which is why I like playing games like Factorio and Satisfactory. I can be real chill with it and just hang out and chat and just play. It's what I like doing. Plus, I mean, you start getting into like the competitive scene, you start to meet a lot of really toxic players, and that can really ruin the experience. Not all, I mean, not all players are toxic, obviously, but the ones that are just really ruin the games for you. That's one of the things that really ruined the Left 4 Dead, was the community eventually just got really toxic. And like even when people would win, like you know, people are gonna win, people are gonna do better than you. That's a given. But like it's the people that would just get really toxic about it, be like, oh my god, you're pathetic, you're stupid, and like just not let up on it. I hate people that are like that. And I think also like I used to have a you always have a lot of patience for that, and as I've gotten older, I've lost some of my patience for that kind of stuff, I guess. I think we'll head down and we'll go get more concrete. I'm not gonna have enough to finish another revolution. Plus, those types of games I've always enjoyed. Like, I always enjoyed playing them with my real life friends. Um, Once a lot of my real life friends weren't really playing them much anymore, I really stopped doing a lot of multiplayer and just kind of went more solo playing for myself. Usually wish good luck people, or oh my god, I can't talk. Usually go wish people good luck before tournaments so they wouldn't think I'm some toxic tryhard, right? And that's the other thing, like people, like when people would go in and they're trying hard, and then you go, okay, well I'm gonna try to win. Then they call you try. It's like, but we're out. I mean, you just want to be like, we're all trying to win. Like, of course we're gonna try our hardest to win. It's like you don't need to say it just because you're losing that you're such a try hard. Like me and another friend, we used to play Hunt Showdown all the time, and whenever we would get into a fight and we would kill some other hunters, usually there once you kill hunters in that game, they tend to be in there for a couple of minutes, or you basically have to exit the game, and you can chat to the other people. We'd be like, "Good try, guys. Good fight, good try," and wishing them luck, not trying to trying not to say it in a toxic way. We would just be like, good fight. It was a good try. Better luck in the next game. Same with Dead by Daylight was kind of the same way. It started to get really toxic too. I did used to do a lot of Dead by Daylight. I had a couple of friends that I made online that I would play that with, but after a while, that kind of lost its luster for me. People would call you real, like if you were a killer, for some reason, like all the survivors were like, you're not following the rules that you have to have when a killer. Like if a person Kobe's off of a hook, which I don't know if you're familiar with Dead by Daylight. If somebody would Kobe off a hook, it means that they were able to self-rescue off of the hook. And they'd be like, oh, you have to let him escape. It's like, why? My whole goal as the killer is to stop you from escaping and to throw you on the hooks to sacrifice you to the entity. Like, why do I have to do that? Sometimes I would respect it, but most of the time it's like, no, I wanna just get the kill. Or if that group of survivors is being like really toxic, I would just be like, nah, I'm gonna hook you. BRB, gonna get a drink? Alright, I'll be here. I'm hoping I'll have enough foundation to get all the way around and finish this up, but I think I'm gonna be just a little bit shy. Oh, alrighty. But yeah, I mean, like, people would really bitch at you when you were a killer. Like, if somebody was being particularly annoying, like, if somebody would pull down a pound and teabag you, after they did that, I'd be like, all right, you're my target. And I would just hunt them down. They'd be like, oh my god, you're such a tunneler. I was like, you were teabagging me. Of course I was gonna go straight for you. Or like if I would go for like the strongest player on the team, they'd be like, oh my god, you tunneled so hard. I was like, well, yeah, you were the strongest player on the team. Of course I went for you, and I took you out. I mean, I am trying to win the match, but... Or even like as a survivor. What did suck as a survivor, though, is when you get... What would always suck is if you did get tunneled as a survivor, because the games would be over for you real quick. Or, well, what I hated the most, the thing that I really hated, and I don't think the killers got punished enough for, was if they would put you on a hook, they would just stand by you and wait for you to die, and not let anybody rescue you. And it's like, well, how is this fun for me if all I can do is just sit here and hang on the hook? And the killer really doesn't get, like, it would affect how many points they would get at the end of the match, but there were people who didn't give a shit about that, who would just camp the shit out of you. And it was, that was probably one of the things that annoyed me the most. But yeah, I kind of, I stopped playing that after a while. But you know, I had almost 1,000 hours in that game. The diet monster is so good. Well, which one's that? Is that the Wraith, the invisible one? White can. Which one is that? So when I last played, the last new killer to be introduced was the samurai-esque killer. I think it was Oni or something. I didn't get to play with that one much. I stopped playing after that. I did play when they put the Demogorgon in, because I like Stranger Things, and I thought that was cool as shit to be able to play as a Demogorgon. But that was the last kill I really like played and got into. Oh, you're talking about the drink, the Diet Monster. Gotcha. I thought we were talking about Dead by Daylight. Sorry, two different things we were talking about there. Yeah, I had to put that together. I'm a little slow sometimes. Everyone is slow sometimes. Yeah, especially, well, I operate on very little sleep. Like, it's one of those things with me, I just don't get much sleep. I can't, and usually it's just because I can't sleep that much. Last night's a good example. Like, I stopped streaming. What time did I stop streaming last night? About 12. And, I just wanted to pop over into my nephew's game and see what he had done with his factory and things like that. And I didn't wind up getting off of that until about 1. And then I just kind of laid down and couldn't fall asleep until almost 2. And then I had to get up for work at 6:30 in the morning. And that's usually how my days go. I usually don't end up getting enough sleep. There are some days though where it does eventually catch up to me, and I had to just sleep or catch a nap. But it's days like today where I know I'm a little sleep deprived, and I'll probably end up going to sleep at a decent time tonight. Yesterday you passed out watching me, so yeah, that would make sense. Usually I can't fall asleep just with it dead silent. I usually have to have something on the background. So I'll turn on YouTube or a Netflix show and it'll just play. That's why he randomly disappeared. No worries, I kind of figured. Especially with the time difference and how late it was there. Alright, the floor is done. Let's go ahead and put these in. Almost put 3 of those on. Oh, let me put this on. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I struggle with if I want to stream or not, just because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm pretty tired, and then I go, no, 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 I gotta keep at it. I gotta do my best to get the channel up there, and try to stick to my schedule. But you know, sometimes life does happen, and you kind of have to let life go and not stream on a particular day or something like that. But I always try to stream every day if I can. The struggle is real. Especially because I am trying to build up my channel. It's hard though. It's really hard to get anywhere. Because, I mean, to get partner, you have to have, what is it, like 75 average viewers. So I'm always trying to find ways to, oh man, this is so more convenient that I can do it like this. But I will say that the YouTube channel does seem to be doing okay. It is getting up there. And, you know, with my day job and all that, I don't really have time to like create separate videos and then edit and post them. So I tend to just favor streaming more. Plus, I mean, I like streaming more because, you know, I don't really, like I said, I don't have the time to do too much editing. But also, I like just talking to people. I don't want to have to wait for comments to get people's opinions and, you know, that stuff. I like chatting with people, and I like getting, you know, feedback live and right away. Anything to improve the channel. And then, of course, you know, of course, if people, you know, want to give me, you know, things on my Discord, stuff like that, you know, I always try to listen to what people would like to see. When your PC gets fixed, you'll probably start doing YouTube, but it won't be above competitive gaming. Oh, okay. Plus, I don't know. It's I find it just really hard. Like if like for especially if you're recording a YouTube video to be watched later, I just find it really hard to talk to myself and you know try to talk about interesting things. That's why I like talking to people when I stream because I can ask questions, I can chat back and forth, and I can you know they can ask me questions and I can answer questions. So I've always just preferred streaming more, which is why I stream on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Plus, the great thing is that if I stream on YouTube, my videos are saved, unlike Twitch where they go off after a certain amount of time. YouTube, I can just keep my videos, and then if I want to go back in later and edit things out to make like a funny reel or you know, a compilation video or something like that, I can just go back and do that. You tell I've thought about it a lot. Alright, so the question is, do I need to do one more floor? If I do one more floor, that's going to take a little bit of time, but I think I can knock it out in about a half hour without much of a problem. And then we can get started on trying to figure out how we're going to lay out the oil floor. Have I ever had Monster? Yes, I have. I tend not to drink as many energy drinks as much now that I'm older. Oh God, I don't remember. Whatever the green one was. What I tend to like, if I do have an energy drink, I tend to like Rockstar, and I usually like to have the fruit punch Rockstar. That's probably my favorite to have? Black and green, yeah, that's I've had that one before, but I usually tend to enjoy like the flavor of Rockstar a little bit better. I've actually become more of a coffee drinker as I've gotten older, mainly because I just tend to drink coffee at work, and it's the coffee's provided free, whereas you'd have to pay to get the energy drink. Yeah, the original Monster, I guess. Alright, I think I might have to do one more floor. I gotta look at my refinery and just see what the progression is gonna be. What's your what tends to be your favorite monster? And also, if any of you are watching this on YouTube later and you want to answer any of these questions, feel free to put it in the comments below. I'd like to see, what other people think. Punch? Yeah. See, I always tend to like the fruit punch type flavors. Wait, you just put the whole... Yeah, I mean, I'm currently live on YouTube, so the whole stream gets saved on YouTube. And then I put it in a playlist so that you have my entire... Yeah, the entire, like, me building the skyscraper, the entire thing is on YouTube. From start to currently where I'm at. Hi, YouTube, I guess. Yep. Up this way. I have to go over here. Alright, so we got one. Oh, I don't have my jetpack on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's quartz. So yeah, we might have to put one more on. The only time you were on YouTube was when a guy killed you? Really? Alright, let's grab all this. Grab that and that. Okay. I need to see real quick. Let's confirm what we need. So up above, that would obviously be storage. Oh, I need copper sheets. Oh, we get some copper sheets on the site. Kept some here somewhere. And he didn't even know that it was you because you changed your name. Okay. Easy. Yeah. We're up to the 4th floor so I get some copper. I've been on YouTube a few times. Some of it was just for some of the builds I did in Factorio that somebody clipped and put on a... that's not what I need. I need this. Nope, not that. Oh, wait a minute. Where are my... Oh, never mind, they're down here. In tournaments, Monster does like a little sponsor with people, but they pay them with energy drinks. Oh, okay. Is that where you get most of your energy drinks then? Oh, that's the one that's going up to aluminum. Oh, that's cool. So, you do like, so you do professional, competitive, or just kind of a casual tournament thing? Alright, I can just look right here. Professional? Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we are gonna do this one. Wait a minute. Did they change that? Oh, never mind. That I picked the wrong one. That's the one we want. Okay, I was about to say, like, holy crap, that's different. Alright. We can get this. Should be 40. Yeah, so this is the one we would want. That takes 30 crude oil. So, let's see. If we did 30 crude oil. So we could have 10 of these going. But really not, because you get 40 out of them. So it should be 7.5. So we could do 7 of them if we tick a couple of them up just a little bit to produce a little bit more. Because I'd like to do a full pipe of 300. And when big streamers show their 70K gaming setup, you instantly think of that meme. You, the guy she tells you not to worry about, and stuff up as that guy. My stuff is that guy. Nice. God, I could imagine having a gaming setup that expensive. Well, anyway, so we would do this to make the heavy oil, and then we'd have polymer resin that would get made from these as well. That would go towards making plastic and rubber, which that can be transported up to another level, so that's not a huge issue. You funnel pretty much everything you in to boost your setup. Yeah, see, that's pretty much how I kind of am with my streaming. The money I would get from streaming would go to boost my setup and make it better and better quality, and improve internet if I need to, things like that. So we would get that. That would be one level. So the oil storage would be one level. This would be the level below, and then below this would be the coke. The turbo fuel, so that's 2 levels. Coke, turbo fuel, and then below the turbo fuel would be my generators. That would probably work. You currently spent like 350 grand on your setup. Jeez. Damn, it must be nice. Usually I'm happy with like a $2,000 setup. So, is yours, so you don't, I'm guessing that you don't build your own, you order yours? So storage, heavy oil residue, coke, turbo fuel generator. So I need 5. I need to put a 5th one up. You used to build it, now you just order. Well, I can see that. I guess if you have the disposable income, ordering is just easier than going through the hassle of putting it all together yourself. I do enjoy building my computers, but yeah, I could see the point where you just be like, I'm just gonna order one and be all done with it. Do you have a particular brand you get, or is it all just kind of you tell them what you want and get it that way? Like, do you prefer Alienware, or does it not matter? Alright, so we get this last floor in, and we'll be set up for what we need. And then I can start worrying about how I want to get the train in. And what we'll do is we'll build the turn around. There you go. Oh boy, that was a slow turn. I probably would have been better off just going down and going back in. But we need to figure out. We'll put the train in first, and then we'll figure out where the storage will be. Stuff like mice, headphones, and keyboards. You really like trust? Okay. For other stuff, you just look at the statistics. That makes sense. I can see that. Yeah, see, I can usually build computers alright, but I always struggle with trying to select the components. I usually ask my one friend's advice, like, oh, what do you think would be good for like this type of budget? And usually they'll be like, oh, this will probably do what you need. Usually though, I'll build a computer to last 2 to 3 years before I feel I need to either upgrade or just build another one. And then like, I'd like to take this one when I eventually do replace it, which hopefully won't have to be for a while yet. I'd probably turn this one into into like a server, which would be nice. Alright, so let's get this. Wow, look how we are finally so high that the fog is starting to overtake the skyscraper. We finally hit cloud level, which I think is about 12 stories high for us. I think we're actually we might even be above the radar tower now. Wow, this is it's kind of big. Woo. Okay. But the good thing is now that we'll have all these floors on here, we'll be able to just focus on building these next couple of floors. So we'll get oil in, and then we'll just focus on building all of our oil up. I will have to put in one more floor eventually, and we'll probably do it once we get to turbo fuel. We'll have to put in a floor for the sulfur so that we can do compact coal. Oh, it blinds. Having 4 screens and 3 separate PCs is really nice because the only thing you need to worry about is your pets breaking the parts, right? Yeah, I currently just play on my TV and a second monitor for my chat. Which is one of the reasons I don't, oh my god, this is blinding me. I'm literally being blinded by the sun in a virtual game. Alright, let's just finish this up real quick and start get to the turn. But yeah, that's why one of the reasons I don't have my like face cam or anything on right now is because, well, one, I need to get a green screen for it to be decent, and two, it has to sit far enough away from me that it just doesn't make sense. Just have sunglasses on, yeah. So the sun won't blind you. Hey Ramrod, how you doing? How's your day been? Putting on the last floor before we start oil. Whoa. Back it up. There we go. Wow, it felt like 20 minutes, right? Because we've been chatting and having a good time. Time flies when you're having fun. You're in the process of setting up 7,500 megawatts. Oh, 7,500 megawatt coal gen system. Really? Aren't you, don't you have nuclear already? We finally got high enough that the fog is starting to impair our vision. Oh, you're not going nuke? Oh, okay. Damn, that's gonna be a lot of coal. Does that mean... That would mean you're setting up... like 1,000 gens? Because 75 a pop. Or, no, it's not 1,000, 100. What am I smoking? I added one too many zeros onto that. That's not too bad. That's a lot of water to have to move around though. Good God, that's a lot of water. Are you setting them all up on a coastline, I guess? That would probably be the... That'd be what I would do. Directly, just move the coal over to it and get the water from the beach. Nuke sounds fun. Nuke can be. It just depends if you want to deal with the radiation or not. Setting up in this stadium-like bowl. Oh, okay. I see. Are you doing? I'm guessing you're doing it near a water source, though. God, I can't believe how big this thing's gotten already. It's really been a, we've really been able to get a real kick it into gear since we moved everything inside and up production. But I'm kind of hoping probably tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try and finish up Doom, since Doom Eternal will be out at the end of the week. That'll lead right into the next Doom. Yeah, the end of the huge canyon between Old Desert and here. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, there's plenty of water there. There's actually some good coal nodes over there too. I think there's a couple pures. So, you want to hear something really funny, Ramrod? That I told my nephew was probably impossible, and when he told me to do it, my nephew was like, "I'm gonna try." Like, he's building a pretty big flat factory. You're not overclocking? Okay. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, you're putting in a lot of machines here." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It's gonna take a lot to do 750 turbo motors a minute," and I was like, was like, I don't even think that's possible. I don't think you can get enough supplies to do that. He's like, might as well try. I was like, good luck, man. Because I think the biggest hang up on that would probably be like anything with oil, since you can only get 300 cubic meters per minute out of any particular oil. I don't think you could do enough. Although I can't remember what actually goes into turbo motors. Now there might actually be a recipe that might let them do that. 750 minute away, no way. You doubt there's enough oil nodes. See, that's what I was thinking, because I was like, you're really limited by the amount of oil that you can pull through. No, I was like, I'd be interested to see how many you could get. That's for sure. So I remember telling the one day how many nodes, like resource nodes there were on the entire map. He's like, well, there's this many nodes. I was like, yeah, but I was like, oil is your biggest bottleneck, because there's no pipes that'll accommodate 600 cubic meters per minute, which is still ridiculous. I still find it ridiculous. I'm hoping eventually here soon that they will put in some better pipes that you can make, either as a researchable or as a milestone. Because we definitely need to be able to move more fluids around than we currently can. Especially since you can overclock the machines, but I mean, it really doesn't make any sense to overclock. I mean, you know, I could see it being okay 300 per pipe if you could directly hook up one of the cross-section pipes to the machine, and then just have separate pipes feeding off of it. Then you could do 600 cubic meters coming out of it, 300 into each pipe. That I wouldn't mind doing, because then you could work around it and figure out how you're going to do the pipes and, you know, everything like that. I wouldn't mind doing it that way if they want to keep 300 per pipe, but you need to be able to do the maximum capability that the node, that the actual refinery, not refinery, the extractor could do. I like that the thing you have in your stream info is a picture of an alien for donations. Yeah. I'm can you tell I'm a huge Aliens fan? I love Alien and Aliens. Those movies are great. And I'm sure you can tell by my notification messages too for when people follow and raid. It's all Alien related. Plus my emoji kind of gives it away too. I might end up putting more in there. I just, you know what that is called. You know what that is called, but don't know how to spell it. Oh, xenomorph? Here. It's that. $30 oil per 20 plastic, so 200 plastic per pipe. Each turbo motor needs 75 plastic, so 2.26 turbo motors per pipe. There are only 33 total oil nodes. It'll never work. Yeah. Now wait, are you doing uh but see you're going off of are there other recipes though that could increase your plastic production? That can increase the amount of resin that you get. Because I never really looked to see. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like he said 750, I was like, or 780, I was like, there's no way. Math, angry, angry screech. Because there is a recipe that'll get you 150 resin per minute. I can't remember out of how much oil though. I think it might be 60 oil for 150 resin, but I wouldn't quote me on that, but I think that might be what it is. Plus plus I think it would also produce some heavy oil which you could also turn into resin. Or you could use to make more plastic. Oh no, I'm gonna get blinded again. I need to get up to this turn. Oh wait a minute, I started. Oh wait, I'm over here. That's okay. We might be able to make it. The blue polymer and water gives plastic, but you're only up by a factor of 0.3, so still not enough. Okay. Well, it'd still be kind of interesting to see how much he could pump through there for turbo motors. I mean, why somebody would need so many turbo motors? I don't know. I guess just cause maybe. Just to do it. That would be 300 plastic refinery going. Damn. 300 plastic refineries. Wow. That would be a lot of power too. Oh good, we'll make it. Good, 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 good. Okay, let's go ahead and put our little landing here, and we'll probably go ahead and grab our stuff and extend this real quick. God, it takes so long to fall. Alright, let's get this. I'll stay here in the back where I'm safe from the stuff I don't understand. No worries, man. You know, it's funny too because it's always that way. It always seems people are like that, but once they actually play the game, it's not so bad. Like when my nephew, 300 refinery would be 60,000 plastic a minute. Holy shit! Jeez, it's a lot. God, you'd need how many? That's insane. You would need almost 77 belts, Mark 5 belts, to move that much plastic. 77 belts. That would kill all the turtles. It's not our. This isn't our planet. Who cares? Oh, I'm just that. Damn it. I'm out of freaking plate. Which means I can't actually. I have to go down and get iron. This ain't our planet. Let's blow it up, right? Oh my god. Holy crap. Look how big this thing's gotten. Okay. That's what she said. Oh, man. I like somebody who doesn't let a good "that's what she said" joke pass them by. Okay, let's see this one here. There. Yeah, I wouldn't dare let it pass by. Me either. I can't let those go by. It's against everything I believe in to let it pass me by. There we go. Got it. All hooked up and ready to go. Should be. Okay, cool. Okay, just to power only the refinery is 9,000 megawatts. Oh my gosh, look at this. We are so high now. Wow. That is actually really cool that we're getting to the point now where the fog is going to cover the map. Ooh, boy. Which means yeah, do that. turn the fog off. So it would be one of your black hole generators in modded Minecraft. Yeah. You know, that's something I've been meaning to ask people. Would you guys like to see me do a Sky Factory at some point? I'll have no clue what I'm doing for most of it, but and that's something people would be interested in. I definitely would take that up. I think we're gonna grab some fuel also before we go up. You oh, that's right. You've been playing the Diamond Shade Factory, which yeah, you can do now because they got that foundation in there. I actually can't wait to see that. That should be pretty cool. Okay, let's go. Let's get this floor finished. So how are you gonna do that? Are you gonna have like machines kind of on different levels inside of it? Like, are you gonna have anything like down in towards like the pointed ends? Oh hey, you set up your sort overflow on your packaged gas and put too many concrete and it got plugged. Oh damn. See, I found mine worked with about 15 or 16 in it, and it seemed to do okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the corners on this while I'm here. Bottom is a radar tower. Okay, that's cool. Did you build it so it looks like it's balanced on top of the radar tower? Because that would look pretty cool if you had it look like that. Nice. That's awesome. Alright. Let's see here. We're gonna need at least one more trip for concrete to finish this floor. And then we will start working on getting oil over here. We'll put the train stations in first. You don't get factory to like 7, 8 layers in, not enough room for machines. See, that's kind of what I thought it might be. How wide are you making it at its central point? 50? So 50 by 50? Oh, nice. How tall are you planning to make it then? So are you I guess you're going in by one layer every like every level, like how wide are you going to make the levels to where you're coming in on the levels? Like are you going to make it like 4 high? Are you gonna have it high enough the trains come in? I'm kind of curious as to how you're gonna do the logistics part of it. If you're even gonna use trains in it. 4 high per level? Okay, so 4 wall high. Trains bring stuff to ground below. Okay, and then you're just gonna belt it all up. That makes sense. That can actually look pretty cool, all the belts going in and out the bottom of it, if that's how you're gonna do it. So then I guess every 4 levels it's either gonna go in or out. Damn, so see, so how high is that gonna be then? Hey, what's up, Just a Tiny Taste? If it isn't Season 3 of Westworld, right? Actually, you know what else? I think Season 3 of Castlevania came out on Netflix. I need to catch that too. Alright, let's see here. You got a lot of balls showing your face around here. Season 3 of Westworld. 200 walls or so for main structure, and then above radar tower. Okay. Are you gonna put a radar tower on top of it too, or just on the bottom? Elevator? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So I guess you're gonna do the point and then a flat foundation for the elevator to go on, and then maybe delete the foundation out from under it, and that way it's just the elevator sitting on top of the point. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep before you pass out against your will. All right, hey, thanks for hanging out, Delayed. Thanks for chatting. Hope you had a good time. If you're interested in watching more of the build, it'll be on YouTube later. I'm hoping I'll be able to start getting some of the oil setups going. Have a good sleep. Get some rest. You have a good time building. I'm sure I will. I usually do. Ramrod, is your diamond, is it pretty much not gonna have like any windows out of it then? I guess you're just gonna use all ramps on the outside to give it the shape. No, walls are to next floor, alternate solid wall and glass. Okay. So it's gonna be more of like a pixelated diamond. A cut diamond? Okay. Oh, that could be pretty cool. So, okay, so your diamond, so the diamond that you want to make, it's going to be more like the cut diamond where it's kind of circular on the bottom and then it's got the flat top where the edges round up to it a little bit, or is it just going to be like diamond on the bottom and like a mirror image of the diamond on top? Because the way I was envisioning is like a diamond you would see on a playing card. But you're looking to more do it like a... Okay, so you're trying to do a true diamond. Okay, that makes sense. That would look really cool if you can pull that off. Wow, we've finally gotten above our radar tower. Oh boy. There's so much to do. If you could get it to spin would be awesome. That would be extremely cool. You know, I kind of wonder if you could I wonder if you could get it to look like it's spinning if you put stuff on the outside, like belts or something carrying stuff, or even like maybe like a train going around the outside of it to make it look like it's spinning. And you just get the train to go in one direction. Just a long ass train that just spins in that direction. But you wouldn't be able to probably get it to turn right. Maybe spiral paint it? That would work. You could probably do that. Man. Yeah, spiral paint job might give a good illusion for it. See, it's a shame there's not like spotlights or anything in the game, because you could put like spotlights on the outside to make it look like it's actually sparkling. That would be really cool. But I mean, I guess if you do glass on the outside and then the light hits it just right, it could still have that same effect. Paint it one direction and a belt with concrete going opposite of spiral paint. Yeah, see, that could work. Or you could even do, you could do silica as well, because silica would be white and it would probably be a little closer to like a clear diamond look. Or like a white diamond. You just think of the motion? Yeah. Well, all I mean is I think the white silica would pop out more than the darker concrete. All right. That's it is, but I mean, think about it. If you have it on a rotating, repeating belt, all you need to do is just fill that belt, and then you're done. Just make a closed loop. I should be able to make one more revolution, and then we'll have to go with for what will hopefully be our last concrete pickup. Yeah, I think we get this. Hopefully, we'll have just enough to get the rest of this done. And I mean, really, if you get enough quartz coming over, you can knock out silica pretty fast. So you just still trying to work out how you're gonna do the design. That's why you haven't started on it yet. It's just pretty much on paper right now. Okay. For some reason I thought I dropped 2 down there. "52 gas gens taken out due to a plastic plug." Really? Damn. That always sucks when that happens. All right, let's go. I have so much time to get my jet back on. Excuse me. Damn. Oh boy. Oh my god. It takes so long to get up the building now, too. Okay, let's go. Try to knock this out pretty quick. Yeah, so last night I got into my nephew's name to check out his factory that he was working on, and he had that bug with the trains where his trains weren't running and it went to different stops and dropped stuff off at the wrong areas, and I was like, this is why I don't have more than one item on my trains for when stuff like that happens. Because he had a train that was dropping off bauxite, and then it would, on its way out, pick up the aluminum ingots. And he had another one that was doing like coke, and all of it got messed up. And I was like, yeesh. Alright, let's see here. A lot of that is due to operator getting front and rear train mixed up due to dual direction trains. Yeah. Well, it was, I guess it was running fine for him for a while until the latest update, I guess. And he was like, all of a sudden they're just not working anymore, and I was like, well, that sucks. Because, like, he's building his new permanent factory, like, on the other side of the map from where he started. He's like, man, he's like, I don't know if it's going to happen if I am just far away from it, or I was like, I don't know. It sounds like a tough situation to be in. Oh, hey, I went into my Maker Factory save, and wow, it's messed up. Oh, your old one before the update? Yeah, I did that too. Mine is completely trashed. Well, I wouldn't say completely, but it would take a lot of work to overhaul it. Especially like how I was doing the fuel. It would definitely need a big rework. This song always seems to make me think of either Borderlands or Firefly. When they said it would break some saves, they were not kidding. And stop it. I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, but I can't help it. Like I said, I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night. Because I went back into my giant factory that I had, and I have no power because none of my fuel generators work, obviously, because they don't have power. But it was weird because I still figured that my nuclear generators would work. It doesn't seem like they are. I'd have to go back and see if they're working. I wonder if they just don't have the fuel because the fuel might be different now with the way it's made. So it could just be that they don't have fuel. Which means that none of my power is going to work at all. They run out after a little bit. Yeah, but I mean, I had a bunch of nuclear fuel rods, like in queue, that they shouldn't run out. And there was like 6 nuclear generators, so it should have been enough to run my base. Like I said, I didn't really dive too deeply into it. I just wanted to go and see if it would actually load, which it did. But yeah, I can already tell it's gonna be a lot of work to rearrange it. Oh, that's true. That's true. It doesn't have water. That's why they're not working. But I did have the hindsight to build them above water in that one. Although I don't know if it's water that I can use. I built it over one of the little river systems up near the pink trees or whatever. But I don't know if you can actually use that water in those rivers. Well, yeah, if I could get my power to run, then I really wouldn't have too much trouble. I think at least being able to fix the old factory. Because eventually, at some point, I would like to resume paving the world. I was about a third done paving. Well, I was covering about, well, maybe about a quarter of the map. Oh, interesting fact. This factory's almost reached as much foundation as I had on the other one. And I think it's just about surpassing walls too. And it actually seems to run a little bit smoother than the other one did, so that's all good. The other one was really bad for a while. Let's see, the new recipe would all have to be reworked in every machine. True. I mean, it'd be doable. It would take quite a bit of work, and I'd hate to have to tear up all of the belts underneath my base too that I had all nice and neat and organized. That would suck. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have enough concrete. Damn. I was hoping I would. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more. Well, yeah, we'll get more because we're gonna have to fill in the middle of this one anyway. We're gonna have to fill in the whole floor on this one. Maybe not. We could probably get away with just doing this outside area. Well, some of the some of the basic recipes wouldn't have to change. I know that the like the iron would still work, the copper would still work. Steel would probably still work with a head set up for that. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do one more turn around this. I thought of something. Does a pipe reach from floor to the first section? In this, I'll have to see. I never actually looked. I mean, I think that the floor to floor in one section length. I mean, I would think so because they reach as far as the hypertubes do, and the hypertubes go from floor to floor. At least I think they do. I think they're the same length. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? It's I might be able to make it. $12 walls? It should. If it doesn't, I'll make it work. Well, each section slows fluid. What do you mean? Oh, it slows the progression? Well, I mean, if I need to, if it comes to that, I will put a pump on it to push it through. Although I don't know what it would be like if it was going from up down using gravity. I don't know if that would actually slow it at all. I know I could see it slowing it down like left to right or going up, but I don't know about going down. Oh, I don't plan on pumping any fluids up. I'm going to try to do it all gravity fed. Which is why I'm putting my oil up above everything else here. Yes, I'm buffering a whole floor. Yeah, I have a plan for how I'm going to do oil. I'm going to have a gigantic train bringing oil in. I'll probably have 2 trains actually bringing oil in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I gotta bring that all the way up here. How many trains will you need? My, your best Yoda voice. So, I've been kind of thinking about how I'm going to transport the oil. With it being 500, with the stations and the cars only holding 500 cubic meters, and with only being able to move 300 cubic meters per minute, you'll be able to fill up one train station in about a little over a minute and a half. So what I was thinking about doing is having one pump filling several stations at once, using the pumps to push the priority. So the pumps will go down, fill the first one, push everything down, fill the second one, and so on and so forth as they filled up. And depending on how long the train takes to make the trip, and I'm thinking if I keep it about where I've been having it at about 6 to 7 minutes of a round trip, I should be able to fill up 1, 2, 4 to 5 stations in about a 6 to 7 minute trip with one pump. It takes so long to fall. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab this. All that. Let's see. Oop. Get that autosave. Yeah, that's why I'm heading up now. I'm not gonna put all the walls in. I'm just gonna put enough in that I won't fall down by accident. Actually, you know, let's see how much we have there. Let's grab 2 more. We're gonna grab a little more concrete as well. I'm gonna get rid of these screws too. I don't need these screws. Not needed. Alright, that seems better. Okay, let's go up. And then we'll work on the train stations. It looks so weird having these unfinished floors, but I actually kind of like it a little bit because it makes it look like it's under construction. Like I mean, it does kind of have that feeling of an actual office building being built. Where you can kind of see the structure. I mainly want to put these on the inside for now. then I think also just gonna put regular foundation on the perimeter for now, just so that I can figure out where the train station's gonna need to go. Go. Oh my god, place your right shoulder on the wall. Just build walk along and place walls. It worked that way. I was just strafing. Plus, those glass ones can be tricky because they'll build on themselves. So I like to do it a little more where I can see it as I'm laying it down. Take this out. Just gonna put in regular foundation. Oh, I do not have enough to do the entire perimeter of this. We're gonna need more concrete. But I'll place down what I can. Oh, they don't build into each other anymore? Well, that's good. Really, 'cause I felt like I had one do it earlier. Oh, they still do. Yeah, they still do. The ones on the ground don't seem to do it anymore. These always kept doing it. It doesn't seem like those do anymore. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. I think they fixed these ones. Because I haven't noticed it doing it with the floor anymore. But the walls still do it. It might just be a particular wall too. I wonder, does this one do it too? Yep, that one does it too. Oh, the regular walls I don't think do it. That one went down. What about this? Wow, that actually builds into that one too. Ha! Weird. I don't know if that one actually does though. Ah, it does too. It does like that as well. Weird. Okay. Definitely don't have enough concrete. Oh, the music get loud? Yeah, this particular song just seems to get loud. That better? Okay, good. Sorry about that. I don't know why that one gets, like, much louder than the other ones. It's the chorus? Yeah, I guess. That makes sense. I don't think those will... Yeah, see. These don't give stuff build them anymore, which is helpful. The rest of the song is okay. We'll keep it low. Remind me after this song, though, to turn it back up. I'm sure it'll be really quiet. It's really weird being able to see that corner skeleton. Oh, I just have a random music list going of stuff that I can safely play on YouTube. If I could, I'd be playing like, I'd really love to do some like retro video game remix songs if I could. Or if I see, I like Five Finger Death Punch and Tool. Problem is that I can't play that music. All right, once we get this done up here, then we need to figure out how many trains and stuff we're gonna need. We need a bunch. Did you know you can make the inventory items look bigger? Yes, I did know that. Are they too small? Oh yeah, yeah. All right, let's go from here. Oh, you're an Ulf duck, so it helps. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, we'll get our section of wall around the outside of this, and then we'll start planning out for the train. So I think I'll have the trains probably come in this way and then go out. And I might even have, maybe I do one on, maybe I have them go this. Which way did I have the last one coming in? That one is coming in this way. So I think I'll have them come in this way. I showed my age by using that old term to avoid censure. Possible. The more I think at that area northwest, the more it looks like your new, like a new player. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. Did they say if they were planning to expand the map at all? No, but look, it just has to be. It's very possible. I definitely agree with you there. It looks like it could be expanded into. I mean, why even have it there? I mean, I guess the only reason I could see to have it there is they need it there so they could put those other artifacts on it for the structure, the formations that look like legs and whatnot. Just something to build it on. But you could definitely be right. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. That is a conundrum. Ah, it's the first one I screwed up. Not bad. I made it 3/4 of the way around before I messed up one. Okay. Let's see. Alright, good. We got all that. Let's see what we're gonna need. So we're gonna need a station. And this is gonna have at least, this is gonna have to go down and up. So I think it's probably gonna need at least 2 engines. So we'll plan to have an empty platform. And then the rest will be fluid stations. And we're gonna go for Baroque. We're gonna see if we can fit 20. It's gonna be a tanker train. I think it takes about 10 seconds to fall down from this building. Alright, so we definitely need to get some more concrete. Let's have a little extra to play around with. Alright, let's see. We're going to need to leave some of this stuff down here. Alright, what do we absolutely not need? Well, we don't need the scanner right now. We don't need the detonator. We don't need this. Don't need this or this or this. You don't need circuits. I'll throw those up there for computers. I'll take those with me. I don't need those. I don't need that. I don't need the gas mask. Don't need the AI limiter. Okay, how the hell are you gonna empty 10,000 in 7 minutes? Oh, don't you worry about that. I got plans. I've been thinking about this one for a while. Oh, is that turbo mode? Keep the rest. Alright, so we need to get computers, we need to get cable, and we need motors and then frames. Nothing down here. It's all up on steel for the most part. Alright, motors are right over here. Oh, you know what? I didn't even put... Let's see, we need 2 of those, which I'm going to need beacons for. We're also going to need 20... And this is just a rough guess. I need to see how many stations I'll actually be able to fit. Oh yeah, we need a lot of stuff. 10 beacons. We'll have to make the beacons here. Oh, look at that. Just enough to make 10 beacons. Good. Yoink. Alright, I got enough motors. Gonna need some steel pipes. You're gonna need 10 fluid buffers to get it out before training. Yes. Oh yeah, that's what I plan to have. That is the plan. You don't understand. That entire floor is gonna be fluid buffers and trains coming in. It's gonna. Oh, I need to get modular frames. It's gonna be a lot. Told you, I'm going big. Go big or go home, man. Game time. Ooh. Go. Make it. Ah. A little too far to make that entire jump. Alright, that'll work. Well, that's about to really start kicking off. That'll start using some power. Alright, go up to the next level, get the cable, and then above that we get the computers, and we'll be all set. Alright, cable. There we go. I grab a little extra. Alright, then we just need computers. Oh, that's a hole in the floor. Almost went through that. Somehow I completely avoided it. How am I going this way? Up to the next floor, get my computers, and we'll be all set. There we go. We need to bring some plastic over. Okay, let's go. Alright, this way. Whoops. Need that. I think this building is officially the highest. Almost. I gotta get above that, and I think I'll have the highest point in the entire map. Unless that's actually, I don't know if that's background or not. That part right there, I think that's background. Yeah, that's definitely background. That's background mountain. Yep, as soon as I'm above that, I'll have the highest point. I think that's background too. Yeah, it's definitely background. Alright, so we're gonna have the train coming this way. Right, yeah. Very true. Alright, so I think we'll have this go to the very edge. Nope, I can't go there, it's clipping in. It's gonna have to go back one. I'm gonna go right here. There we go. Nice. Alright, let's see how many of these we can squeeze in here. We have to put in an empty, because we have 2 engines on this. And this, it's gotta face that way. Keep going. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I fit 26 of these. That's so much. 26. Yeah, because that'll be 2 here. Actually, I could do 27. I think we're gonna keep it to 26. Because I'm gonna have 2 engines on the back of it. So I'm gonna need to be able to make 2 more of those. Jeez. That's gonna be gigantic. Holy crap. That's gonna be the biggest train. Well, aside from the build train that I had, this is gonna be the actual biggest transporting train for just material. All of it's gonna be oil. I don't think it will be. You can make pipes pretty compact if you do it right. Okay. All right, so we need to get some more cable. We need to get more motors and heavy modular frames. So right up to floor number 3. You know what? We need to grab copper pipe as well. Definitely gonna need copper pipe. That's why I'm not moving that fast. I have my jetpack on. More heavy modular frames. Need more. Need a little bit of cable. All set. Not long enough, I can't get a good jump off of it. Alright, go up, get the cable, get the copper sheets. I'm also going to need some other stuff. We'll have to get that after we get these trains in there. Actually, yeah, I don't have enough engines. I need 2 more engines, actually. Oh, you know what? Also, probably gonna need 2 of those. Let's make sure we have enough. Oh, we're gonna need a little bit more concrete. Also gonna need let's see. Those. Let's go down and get the concrete real quick. We'll go out to some copper and get the rest of what we need. Don't need any iron plates. Do need this. Alright, so we just need wire, cable, and then we'll make those, and we need some computer. And we need copper sheets. Or else we need to go get plastic here after we get these done, because we're gonna need to put in buffer tanks. Yep, just need computers. Next level. Right up there. Alright, let's finish this train up. Now, the only thing that's going to be a little tricky about trying to get all this oil over here is that I'm going to have to tap, well, I'm going to have to tap that oil field over there. I might be able to use the one that's that way a little bit, but I'm going to need to take it from over there. Now, there is one oil area that I'm not using yet, and I might be able to just take it from there, at least to get this started. And once the generators get started over here, then I can grab the rest of the oil and quickly bring it over here. Oh, 19. I only have enough for 20 of these. I forgot that I extended this. both engines here. Yeah, that'll work. Crap. What was good? Oh, short on pipe. Damn. Alright, we're almost there. Holy crap, that's gonna be a gigantic train. Holy shit. That's gonna be fun to try to bring up and down. Okay. Oh, Westworld? Nice. Suggestion, the snake. I was thinking about it. I'm gonna take a look and see what I might need to do. I might not take it all the way to ground level. I might take it close and have the. I don't know. I take it all the way to the ground. Then I have to try to bring it back up. And the thing is the snake's gonna take a while to go up and down. It's gonna add a lot of time to it. I'm just trying to think of the most efficient way that I can move things around. Down. Down again. Let's see, so that's 25 stations I put down, right? So that's 10,000, no, 12,500 oil. Now we'll be able to bring in just that alone. It's gigantic. It's gigantic. But that's what it's all about, right? It's a mega factory. It's gotta be huge. Go big or go home. I figure each one of these will get, or two of these will go into one buffer. Oh, that's weird. It won't let me copy and paste the train. That's just ridiculous. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see here. I want to make sure I actually have my numbers correct. Oh, it's more than that. It's showing me more than that, though. Unless I had something that I wasn't meaning to. I must have had, I wonder if I had some of the train cars. I must have had a couple of the train cars. 25. So I'm thinking 13 buffers. 2 into 1. So we're gonna need that. Means I gotta go get some plastic. Right. The 25. But see if we did, but see it would only take a little over 3 minutes to drain 2 stations of 500 into 1,000 buffer. Because it is going to take that train a little time to go over, go down, pick up, go back up, and come back around. Most of my trains, yeah, most of my trains have been taking about 6-7 minutes to go around. So in the amount of time it takes, I should only need to do it into 13. That way I can fill the buffers up a little bit quicker. Okay, we are going to need to go over here. Hold on. I need to put like the railgun inside. Well, I put the railgun in here, but then I wouldn't be able to get back. Let's see, so in order to fill, say how much time it would take, and do it two for each direction, right? It's gonna need 41 oil extractors to fill your train. Really? You think so? Shouldn't take that many. Are you putting time into that factor too for how quickly they'll be able to fill the train? But I plan to have the extractors do multiple cars or multiple stations in the time it takes the train to travel. Because it's 300 per minute. It's going to take about a minute and a half to do one station. A little more than a minute and a half, because it'll be 300 plus 200 is 500, so like a minute 40 maybe. Yeah, you figure it takes 20 seconds for each 100 cubic meters. Wait, is that right? Yeah, minute 40. Round trip. It's going to be a round trip. This isn't going to be a one-to-one. This isn't going to be a go one way or the other. It's going to go round trip. If anything, I could stretch it to be a little bit longer. Oh my gosh. It's gigantic. Oh man. It's getting real tall. Okay. Let's see here. Each pump jack can fill 4.2 fluid stations in 7 minutes. Okay, and there's 6 in that area. However, 2 of them are impure, so those 2 would have to be combined. So call it 5. I'd have 5 oil extractors going to that one. So I'd be able to fill 21 with that. Now I could run another line over from the other oil pumps that I have and fill up the last 4 with that. So that train can fill up at that one spot. We gotta go up. I gotta get to computers and put these in there. Come back down and get the heavy modular frames that I need. Have you gotten the 3 at the south end of the canyon near the old desert area? So I've used all the ones over here except for the one here. I know that there's a couple of oil spots right here. I think I'm only using 5 of them over there. Extra. Okay. 4 right here is 600 per minute. This is what I'm talking about though. You're so limited on oil. They really need to make it so oil isn't as constricting. There are 3 more down canyon from those 4. Right. Well, I'm using the 2 impure, a normal, and that one. I think I have one oil extractor over there that I'm still not using. Hold on a second. Let me grab these. So you're talking about over here. I know that there's some oil right around this area somewhere. I'm not using all of these yet. Is there some down this way? Yeah, I'm not using any oil down here. If you're talking about down in this area, I'm not using any of this yet. I know there's some closer over this way, which that'll probably be a second train. See the kidney black? Yeah, right here. Okay, so yeah, I'm not using any of those. I'm just using these right here, and there's still one, I think, right here that I'm not using. Or maybe a little further back. But I have a plan. Basically, I'm gonna set up just one train to start with, and then I'll have room in there to bring in more. Eventually. Once I get these buffers up, we'll go check over in that area. I'll grab the car and take it with me. I'll drive around there and see what we got. God, I can't believe I've added 5 more floors to this thing. Of course, they all have to be closed in and whatnot. But I just wanted to have the floors in advance because I needed to set up this oil buffer up here first. So I'm kind of wondering. Okay, nice. That wouldn't be bad. So I'm kind of wondering if I want to just have these come out on a... No, it's each. 2 of these are going to have to go to 1 each. So this would be like right here. I kind of wanted to have this centered. I think it's right there. So that would be one that's facing the wrong way. That way. Yeah, well, what I was thinking of is having a little cross section here. Both of these drain into here then. I was wondering if I should have one long line, but then it would drain even slower. It's going to need to be 2 per one of these. So the next one would be here. Oh, it's not where I need it to be. I need to be right there. That's centered. Yep. All right. Good. That's where I need it. Right. Right. And this one gets its very own. All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. What we're gonna have to do is, let's see. We need this. Just my marker. There. Be like this. Like that. I wonder if I can get this. Well, it didn't even need to be. Well, if I do it from there, it'll drain down. Right, but I'm letting gravity do the work. Oh, it won't work like that? Damn. Alright. Need to experiment around with this a little bit. Oh, damn it. Always do that. trying to make it a right angle. There we go. Nice. We could probably bring it back a little closer then. Although, I might just leave it right there. Now, if I did it that way, yeah, I'd have enough room. Alright, so all of those are going to look like this then. Oh, God, it's not right. There. Perfect. Alright. So that is how they will go in there. This one's going to have to move over. Nice. Alright, so that's how all those are going to be set up. Right now, because it's getting to be on to 11:30, I want to go and look at the oil that we have to work with. Alright. Let's go grab the car. Silica? I don't need silica on me. But yeah, we'll be able to hook up all of those like that, which will be very nice. And then that will provide what we need for that. But what I'm planning to do is have probably at least 2 trains coming into this floor. Maybe even... realistically, I have enough room to probably bring in 4 trains. 2 on that side, 2 on this side. And that would be probably collecting all the oil on the map. More than likely. Actually, that second 90 degree, the 4 near your mycelia area with the spiders, if you combine a normal and an impure, you get 300 flow rate. Right. Which I'm gonna need to go slug hunting too, because we're gonna need. I'm gonna need more slug. I'm gonna need more power shards. I'll just drive from here. Oh, excuse me. Damn. Thank you. Appreciate it. The first part was a goof you fixed. Okay. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Alright, let's head over this way. Whoop. We'll go inspect the oil that's over there. You know, before I, oh, excuse me. See something before I get too far away from this. Ah, yep. I want to be able to set a refinery or two down. Let's see. Let's just make sure I have enough to put down like 6 of them. Before I get too far away. Let's do that real quick. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put some in that oil area over there. Or not oil, not refineries, extractors. I'm stupid. Sorry, not refineries. I'm used to never mind. 7? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm fucking crazy, tired, crazy, loopy shit. 7? Alright, we'll grab enough stuff to make 7. Go up to the 4th floor first. And we'll grab the cable, then we'll come back down, grab the encased industrial beams and the motors. 4 for spider area, and 3 down canyon. Wow, I passed it. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm just like not even thinking straight anymore. Man, it's like, ugh. I want to keep playing this, but I definitely am going to do a different game tomorrow. Oh my god. I just noticed that all of these floors are facing the different directions. Oh no. Oh, that's horrible. That whole floor is messed up. No. Although it's okay if I put the foundations under it, it makes a cross. It makes a cross anyway. All right. Let's see. This way. You know what I was thinking would make the space elevator a little more useful? What they should do, because I mean, you kind of unlock the tiers and you're done with the elevator. And I think one of the ways that you make the elevator more of a priority to try and keep it supplied is that yes, you can unlock the tiers with it, but I think if they made it to where you only had access to them if you were still feeding material into the space elevator, that in like the project assembly parts, then you could only use stuff from the different tiers, would make the elevator more of a I need to actually use this instead of just like, oh, okay, I got stuff, forget it. That or that, you know, something where you have to use it more than just once and you're done. Even 5, I think 10 in-game days is still long. I think 5 in-game days would be fine. Because that's like, let's see, how long does it actually take for a day-night cycle? A lot of hogs over here. Yeehaw! Old Duke boys. Got him. Oh, that too. That could work for sure. Oh, okay. That was weird. I think it's, where is it? It's over here. Yeah, there it is. I think this is it. Yeah, here's the oil. All right. Let's see. Yep. So that one. That one. That one. That's an impure. That's a normal. That's a normal. Excuse me. Excuse me. And this one. And that's an impure. So you get 2 impure, 2 normal. Oh god, that was brutal. Oh, it's so brutal. Oh. Eat that. Alright. Oh boy. I got stuck. How did I? Leave it to me. Oh, there we go, got it. Nice. I wound up sideways in the looks like coral, like from an old seabed. Wrong way. Well, I'm wanting to go over to my current oil field real quick. And then I'll go. Oh, you're talking about that one split. Yeah. Go this way. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Alright, there's the wreck. Go this way. Okay, so over here, I got my 2 impure down there. I've got my normal here. There's a normal there. There's a normal or pure down here. Oh, damn. Yeah, so there is one of these oil extractors that I'm not using. And then there's some down that way. here's one. There's two. Let's see. So that is a normal. Excuse me, Alpha. Yeah. I kind of, yeah, I see that now. That one and over there. Okay. Get away from me, spitter. Impure. That one is right there. Just in case I need that. Oh, I need to move that B. Alright, I guess it's time to fight. Get out of my way! Batter up! Hi. The running animation on water is pretty damn funny. I'm just skating along, man. Just skating along. Minding my own business. Nice. Okay. Grab. Impure. So 2 impure and a normal. So that is all the oil in the immediate vicinity. Here and here, over there. Oh, no, there's one more. Okay. I don't know if I have enough. Oh, I don't. Damn. I don't have enough motors. Crap. Well, let me just grab. Well, Damn. Wonder if I have enough on me to make one or a couple. Nope. Yeah, I have to put a foundation down. Do you know what that one is? Impure? Okay. Yeah, I'll probably forget, so I might need a reminder at some point. Oh, you know what I could do is, I know what I can do. X marks the spot. Right there, I need to put one. Make yourself a little treasure map. It works. Take it. bap. Oh God! I almost grabbed him on the roof. Doggos! Oh, I'm sorry, doggo. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here. Funnily enough, didn't see any spiders. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, they're up this way. Oh, so there's 3 more. Okay, that's cool. I could. Okay, so we could definitely get enough off of one train if we grab one of those extra ones back there and pump it over. Gosh, there's a lot of these here. What the heck? Is that a limestone one right there? Usually those little sparkles mean a mine. No, no. Unless it's under the map. Looks like limestone. Phew. Undercut. Hi, doggo. I'm not here for you. That's the oil I just marked. Where is the other oil? Oh, it's a bird. Be kind of cool if you could tame the birds. It's up this way. Okay. Ah, that way. Okay. Okay, here they are. There's 1, 2. Is it just 2 here? Three. Okay. And what are these 3? One normal, 2 impure. Alrighty. Really? Oh, it's my car's in the way. There we go. Oil. Alright. Looks like a plan. So there's easily 600 per minute combined back there. Another, yeah. We could definitely fill up the train, and we could probably fill up 2 full-length trains with all the oil that's over here. 1,000 per 2.5 minutes. Yeah, that'd be very nice. I will take that. Those are good numbers. Wow, some of these areas look really freaking cool. Like all this old dried out coral, like it makes you kind of think that maybe this was at one point a like water planet almost, or at least that there was an ocean here at some point in this part, which makes sense because you're in a big canyon. Of course, there'd be water to cut all this out. Looks really cool though. It's for damn sure. You can see all my train lines. Excuse me, Girelephant. Doink. I don't know why, I just love hitting those guys. I love hitting all the. Oh my god, I'm still dragging them. I love hitting all these guys. The ragdoll is just too good. Alright, got all this oil over here too. Come on. Let's go. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Oop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Stop. Oh god. You are in the worst spot to run out of fuel. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. We're getting out of this rough neighborhood. Keep going. Further. You're almost there. Am I clear? Nope. Alright. Are you coming over here? Everybody else? I thought not. They knew. They knew. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse. Let's go for a ride, dude. Come on. Come with me. Oh, okay. Never mind. It looks really weird with exposed floors. Oh, I looked like I was popping a wheelie for a second. See, that's the look I was going for. Now, I did think at one point about maybe doing like a water buffing or like a water buffer floor as well. I'm not sure though. I might just take water individually into the areas that might need it. I haven't quite decided yet. That's gonna be a lot of pipes to move up and down if I do water in there as well on its own floor. If I need to though, I can always widen the central area a little bit more if I need a little more space for belts and pipes to go up and down. Alright, well, I think it's about time to end the stream. So we have a plan. I'm pretty sure I know how I'm gonna do it. Now the next challenge is gonna be figure out how I'm gonna do the stations for the oil. Good strum. Thank you. Let's see. My hands are phasing into it. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna put this on. That's why we want the jetpack on. Okay, let's see. Alright, so there's the other oil. So we have all that oil there, plus these. That one isn't being used yet. The X. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I'm not even using yet. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but those are impure. That X. 3 impure, 1 normal, 1 pure. Right, right. That one is pure, I believe. It's normal and then impure. Okay. And then let's see. Right over there somewhere is the other oil, and then we got that oil over here somewhere in this area. Alright, wow, yep, that is officially taller than we are at the highest point that we could make this. Damn, it's getting big. That's what she said. Need our coffee. Oh, I didn't bring it with me. Oh, damn. All right, well, we're gonna do it without coffee. All right, let's see. Who are we gonna raid? Let's see. Ooh, Scan Voice is live. Let's hit up Scan Voice. All right, 1 second here. Have you noticed the top of freight platforms look like wall plugs? Really? Oh yeah, they do, don't they? Huh. All right, let's go ahead and get this raid going. everybody. Remember to say hey to Scan Voice. Get those emojis in there. Raid hype. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all later. Have a good night, everybody.